Hello, everyone. It's finally time. I've been wanting to play this on stream for a while now, and I was debating whether or not I should stream this at all because there was one time where I would start streaming a game and somebody accused me of copying someone else who also started streaming it. That is not the case. I'm streaming this game purely because I want to. That and I want to have at least one Zelda game that I actually fucking finish on this channel. So, yeah. We're just going to get right into it. So, I do have an account for streams. It's time to finally use it. Link's Awakening gets to be the first game to use it. There's bound to be issues. Such as that, for example. Is the audio? Is it on stereo? Let's put it on mono. Just to see what that does. Because I can't hear it. So I'm gonna have to turn it up. As per usual, do let me know if anything is wrong with stream volume, if anything's wrong with my volume. It should be good. My stream capture is notorious for, well, no. My capture card's, volume slider is a little barked. But yeah. Well, anyway. Link's Awakening. This is actually my favorite 2D Zelda. People call me crazy for that. They're like, man, bold of you to say that when A Link to the Past exists. Well, I've told the story on why I don't like A Link to the Past so many times at this point that it's just not important. So, this is a one-to-one remake. Not everything's the exact same, though. This is a overhaul of the original Link's Awakening, which came out in 1993, and then was later re-released back in 98 with the DX version on the Game Boy Color. This version on the Switch gives it improved visuals, a quote-unquote slightly improved frame rate. Like, that's like one of the few things people don't like about this game is that the frame rate's inconsistent, but inconsistency is my forte. So, yeah. We are going to pick a name. We have Hero Mode, which is a new addition to this game. Pretty much every Zelda remake / remaster has included Hero Mode. Hero Mode first showed up in Skyward Sword and has since been a staple. Hero Mode would show up in Breath of the Wild as Master Mode, since Breath of the Wild is a notoriously harder Zelda game than previous entries. You basically take twice as much damage, no heart drops. This is for advanced players. We're going to be doing normal mode, considering I haven't even beaten Hero Mode on my actual file. But let me actually show you that, I have played this game a good about. An average playthrough is about 50 hours, if you know what you're doing. I did get everything. However, I wouldn't say I'm good at this game, because I'm not. I'm much better at 3D Zelda, but that doesn't mean I hate 2D Zelda. I love 2D Zelda. If I could go back in time and... No, Like, if I could go and make my own 2D Zelda, I would jump at that chance. I would jump at the chance to make a 3D Zelda. However, my idea of a 3D Zelda might not match the same idea that you have. I would bring back just a bunch of ideas that didn't get to be used depending on the gameplay style. We have already dropped frames, but you know what? It's a Mega Gamer Alexiel stream. We're bound to have some frame drops. I don't know how long we're gonna go because my capture card does have an overheating issue. It is a standard USB flash drive looking flash drive thing capture card. It's one of those little, it's the USB stick looking one. So it's not perfect. And you're probably going to complain like, okay, you know what? I should have this disclaimer right here and now. Do not complain about the quality in which this stream is in. It is at the highest quality that it could possibly be in. It's not going to be perfect. Like, even on this screen, I'm getting some frame drops. That is mostly because of my internet. Because my internet is once again being unstable. Because when is it not? But, so I want to show off a little secret that pretty much anyone who's played this game will know. If you name Link Zelda, you get a little jazz remix of, or a little remix of, the main theme. And it's really cute. I love it. But we are going to go with my normal naming conventions for Link and just name him Linky. Every cutesy Zelda game that I play, so Wind Waker, Minish Cap, the Oracle games, I always name Link Linky in those games. When it's a more mature Link, for example, in Ocarina of Time, Twilight Princess, and Skyward Sword, as an example, I would name him Rinku, which is his Japanese name. I do this as a nice contrast, and yeah, I know I said Ocarina of Time will be coming, and I'm not allowed to complain when I play that, but, nah. But yeah, we are going to go ahead and start. Whatever is changed, I will address it when it comes up. Now, since I have beaten this game before, that doesn't mean you can still backseat. However, if I remember something, or if I know that there's something there, and I actually forget how to do it, you have full permission to remind me. Or if there's something that I forget that I can get at the current moment in time, inform me saying, like, oh hey, there's a secret seashell you can get here, or hey, there's a heart piece that you missed back that way. Oh, now that you have this, you can go get that thing that you saw earlier. I will make mental notes. I will at least try my best to make mental notes and actually, you know, go back and get those things. My memory is not perfect, so yeah, I will forget things. As I have 100%ed this game before, this is the only Zelda game I've actually 100%ed. So, that shows how much I know. I've only done it once, though. I did it when the remake first came out, so... that was like a year ago at this point. Anyway, let's get on with it.
What a relief! I thought you'd never wake up. You were tossing and turning. What? Zelda? No. My name's Marin. You must still be feeling a little woozy. You were on Koholint Island.
Girl, I have you know that I have been shipwrecked here, and I am so hungry I could eat an Octorok. Anyone who's here from my YouTube days will get that joke immediately. Well, Linky, you finally snapped out of it. Name's Taryn. Hope you're feeling better. What? How'd I know your name?
You think it's weird, eh? Well, I saw it on the back of this here shield. You got your shield back. Hold R to repel enemies with it. So now we have the shield. In the original game, it wasn't the Hylian shield. It was the standard shield from A Link to the Past. Like if you look at the artwork for this game, the old artwork, it's the same shield that Link had in the A Link to the Past artwork. And that's one thing that people found annoyed with this. They're like, he didn't have the Hylian shield, therefore he shouldn't have it. It's just Zelda standards at this point. So yeah, another thing that kind of baffles me is we have 8 directions of movement still, despite this being a 3D remake of a top-down Zelda. I don't mind it, but I kind of wish they had like a 360-degree movement. You cannot use the D-pad to move. You can only use the analog stick. That kind of baffles me. I did hope that an update would come out where if you move with the D-pad, you move like this. If you move with the control stick, you move in the smooth thing. But we're gonna check the chest as we would usually do. Hey! What are you doing in my chest? Where'd you learn to do such a thing? And a change in this game is that now, every time you go near a pot, you won't get this annoying message. Oof, this looks heavier than heavy. Your current strength won't cut it. That is actually a script change. This is a stand for something. It says Piranha Plant. This is a stand for something. It says Goomba. Yeah, so the Mario cameos are back. And really, really good music. So, Search for the Sword is one of my favorite music tracks in the game, and you only hear it this one time. Now, before you guys say anything, I know what's down here. You don't have to tell me. But, actually, let's talk to the town people. But yeah, you probably noticed it. The loading screens are a little long. That's because the entire overworld is loaded at once. Hey man, when you want to save, hit up the system screen. You gotta get there by opening the sub screen with plus and then pressing R to get to the system screen. Don't ask me what that means, I'm just a kid. In the original game, he would say, hey man, if you want to save, just mash all the buttons on the screen at once. What does that mean? Don't ask me, I'm just a kid. Basically, they streamlined everything here. This old lady... Yahoo! I'm fine, and you? I forgot what she says in the original. So, they don't mention this, but you can also use the shield of ZR. And, do correct me if I'm wrong, but, well, don't correct me if I'm wrong, but, my pronunciation of ZL and ZR will change periodically. So if you hear me pronounce it like Zar or Zell or ZR, ZL, don't give me shit for it. I just do it to be funny. So, Taranbo Shores, we go down here. We got some Kirby enemies. We got some Gordos. And so, if we come down here, we have my sword. Or our sword, rather. If you watched Choco Conroy's LP of this, you may notice what I'm about to do here. This is something that I do pretty much every playthrough now. So you can push the Gordos. We're gonna get multiple. This is very on brand for me, don't worry. So you can use your shield to push enemies. Well, to push these enemies, rather. Let's push them together as much as we can. Fine, lever. Be that way.
This is the stupidest idea that I've ever had. Hang on a minute. Oh yeah, so the system screen, or the item screen has also... Ow! The item screen has also changed. We can now equip more than one item. That is another thing that people were kind of annoyed with in the original. Where it's like, oh, you can't equip multiple items. Alright. Let's get our sword now. Woot woot! So you are the lad that owns the sword. Now I understand why the monsters are starting to act so violently. A courageous lad has come to wake the windfish. It is said that you cannot leave the island unless you wake the windfish. You should now go north to the mysterious forest. I will wait for you there. Hoot! Get your clips ready. You found your sword! It must be yours because it has your name engraved on it. You can swing it with B to attack any enemies in your path. They got fucking bitch slapped, like, immediately. So yeah, the overworld theme is... This is a nice violin rendition of the main theme, and I absolutely love it. I love how the instrumentation in this game is handled. It's so good. Like, easily one of my favorite Zelda soundtracks. Like, if you were to ask me what my favorite Zelda soundtrack is, normally I would say, oh, Wind Waker, Spirit Tracks, and Minish Cap. But Link's Awakening is one that I would usually mention first. It's that good. So the game obviously doesn't explain this, but if you charge, hold B, you can do a spin attack. So Link's Awakening started out as a Game Boy port of Link to the Past. It was something that the original director wanted to do in his downtime. And so after development on A Link to the Past wrapped up, or I believe it was after Super Metroid, not Super Metroid. I actually don't remember. But it was after development on their current project wrapped up. They also, we are back in Mavi Village, which is the name of this area. And basically what they did is they treated the development for this game as a little after-school project. Eiji Aonuma helped out. I think Iwata helped out. Miyamoto basically gave them free reign. Because they were like, hey, we're trying to port A Link to the Past to the Game Boy. But then... No. I think Miyamoto just tasked them with, like, saying, hey, let's see if you can make a Zelda game in a year. It was the same thing they did with Majora's Mask. And so they did. So if you cut the grass here, not only can you get some money, but you found a secret seashell. But what do you do with it? So the secret seashells are a little collectible. In the original game, I think there used to be 20? Yeah, I believe it used to be 20. And in this game, they added a few more. So 15. No, not 15. They added, I believe 25 or 30 is the new total. So up here we have Marin. Hi! Taryn went to the forest to go look for toadstools, but I'd rather sing. Listen to this. It's called The Ballad of the Windfish. I love her. So, Marin is actually one of my favorite Zelda girls, and that's kind of, like, odd for me to say when Tetra exists, but... I mean, hey, I'm not one to complain. When I see certified good girl, I see certified good girl. So, if we go into this house here, I'd never actually seen what they said. With 4 boys who look alike, even I get confused sometimes. By the way, my baby wants a Yoshi doll. I saw one at the trendy game, but I couldn't get it. Yep, those are my boys. I'm Papal. Pleased to meet ya. I'll be lost in the hills later, so keep a lookout for me, you hear? At least he's honest about it. So yeah, as you saw, the frame rate took a little nosedive. That is a common little flaw with this game, is that the frame rate is inconsistent. Sometimes that will screw you up, sometimes it won't. However, y'all know me, I'm not really bothered by frame rates because I can't see past 60. Like, I can't handle anything past that. Like, people, like, you have a right to complain, but like, it's just one of those things. I did not see what that kid said because I was looking at chat to see if anyone was saying anything. Which, by the way, if you're in chat, welcome. Hope you have a good time. I know in my tweets I said I would be kind of quiet today, as my voice is kind of winded, but I don't know. I don't know. I just actually feel like talking today. Like, the past few days, I've been, like, stupid quiet. Like, not stupid quiet as in, like, oh, not said a word. Because, like, in Discord calls, I would be, like, my usual amounts of talk. Do I have enough rupees? It does not show the rupees here. Oh, wait, yeah, it does. I have 60. So, if you come to the trendy game, which is right down here, there is the aforementioned Yoshi doll, but we can also get a piece of heart and some rupees. The trendy game had a pretty slight overhaul. The trendy game basically, it's both easier and harder. So basically, you have to move and get your prize. You gotta try and get it in like one shot. Well, you don't have to get it in one shot, but it's a nice little challenge for yourself. Normally I get the Yoshi in one try, but the Let's Play curse. There we go. We got him this time. So yeah, the trendy game and the bushes outside are a great way to make money. Rupees are actually important in this game because you can use said rupees. Hang on a sec. I'm going to move my couch. You can use said rupees to buy very important things. So this normally isn't the first piece of heart that I get. There are currently 3 that you can actually get. I do believe there is a 4th you can get, but I don't remember how? So I'm gonna try gunning for the rupee. Now, the rupees are the most annoying thing. Because they can easily slip out. However, if you catch them like that, where they start spinning, you're basically guaranteed to get them. And now I'm going to try and get that red rupee. I gotta play my cards right here.
Get it? Got it.
Besides that one miss, I'd say we did pretty good. So, let's get the rupees that we ended up... we spent 50 rupees in total on the crane game, and we just got 50 rupees back. There's the red rupee. There's our piece of heart. Our first of, I believe... So, okay. In the original game, I believe you had 16 heart containers. In this game, you have the normal 20. They added more heart pieces. So it's the usual 30? I think it's... No. Hang on. I actually don't remember. But,
Whoa! You won the Yoshi doll! We've been trying to do that forever.
our mom is really desperate to have one. If you go back in...
Look at that.
Journey game. 10 rupees. Want to play? We can get a secret seashell. What looks to be a little Bow Wow, which is a chain chomp. I'm going to try gunning for the rupee up here again. Come on, get it, get it, get it, get it, get it. Come on.
Yeah!
When I first played this game, I would send clips about the crane game where I'd just be like, I am good at the crane game. And my girlfriend, who doesn't play many Zelda games, this was the first one I know she fully completed, besides Breath of the Wild and A Link Between Worlds. And she really enjoyed her time with this one. And I'm glad she did, because this is a really, really good Zelda game. And I'm glad that it got the second chance it deserved. It's not a perfect second chance, but I'm glad it got one. So we got a secret seashell. We're going to get that. So the little figures that you can get, those are a... Oh, well, we didn't get it. The secret seashell is a little more stingy to get. But, there are a few issues. Fuck. I actually forgot what I was going to say before this. But, actually, I'm just going to try and focus on this. You slippery little bitch. I think I got you now. Son of a bitch! I'm giving myself one more chance. Like I said, they made it easier but slightly harder. Oh! I love it when that happens. Alright. That little chain chomp will be pretty hard to get. Oh, I fucked that up. Maybe not. Maybe not. I can't believe that worked. We are out of rupees. 20 rupees. 20 more rupees. You got a Cha-Cha figure. This must be something you could display. Secret seashell. Alright, now let's go back in and see what happens to be in here. I'm just going for the rupees. I'm spending rupees to get more rupees. Seems legit. Alright, I'm gonna get the one at the far... Come on, come on, come on, come on. Get it! Got it. I used to have a lot of trouble getting that rupee on, like, in the back. I was about to say, the rupees are the easiest ones to get. Yeah, just one little tap of the X button will actually just make it go. Alright. I take it back, sometimes it's easy. Once again, spent all our rupees getting rupees. Off stream, I will be getting more rupees in case there's something expensive we have to get. There is one expensive thing that we could get right now if I wanted, but that would require illegal methods. And I want to try my best to do this deathless. Because I actually did beat this game without dying. It's the one Zelda game where I managed to do that, along with Wind Waker. Yeah, that's really weird. I never died in Wind Waker. Then again, Wind Waker's not really hard. Now let's refresh, see if there's anything in there. More rupees, okay. But yeah, no. Reason I wanted to grind up rupees mostly is because there are 2 more heart pieces we can get. We're gonna go ahead and get the one up here. We're gonna... Basically, I'm gonna do everything I can do in Mabe Village before we go to the Mysterious Wood. Or the Mysterious Forest. So you drop down here, there's a heart piece. This is the first one you should get, because it's right here after you get your sword. You can only get it after getting your sword. Unless you figure out a way to get past the bushes. You can't pick up the bushes without something to, you know, help you lift things. But if you come up here, we have a little fisherman. How about some fishing, little buddy? I'll only charge you 10 rupees. Okay, here's how you do it. Hold A and then release to cast a line out. The longer you hold it, the farther you'll cast. You can tug on your line by moving the control stick, and if you feel it hurry, you can tap A real quickly. You got this, little buddy. So, you may also notice, the game on the capture looks a little bit more vibrant than it should. That's because I have color correction on. So, in the original game, right below where Link is standing, there used to be a big green fish. When you catch that fish, he would give you a heart piece. To get the heart piece now, you just have to catch any of the green fish. However, you can probably see it right behind the bush. There is something there. And I'm going to try and get it without aggroing one of the fish. Ah, son of a bitch. I'm actually just gonna get the green fish. I actually don't remember where it landed. I got it. Ah, shit. I'm not good at button mashing. Or at least, not as good as I used to be. Normally you can get it in one try. But yeah, there is a little bottle down here. And yeah. So, empty bottles were added in this game, I believe. I don't think they were in the original. And we got it. You hauled up a fairy bottle. It's good for storing fairies for later. So yeah, it's not really an empty bottle in this game. It's just a fairy bottle. Want to keep going? So now we're going to catch that green fish. Catching the fish are a lot easier than the bottle. I don't remember where the other bottles are gotten, as I think there is only 4, as is the usual. I do believe Majora's Mask was the only one that had more than 4. Oh, he almost got it. Come on, get it. Damn it. He'll be back. Let me get one of you. Only the little one, just like you. It's small, but it's got plenty of fight. You gotta dream bigger than that. Caught something in its mouth. Oh! You get the heart piece regardless! Sure, let's keep going. I do believe the big fish will just come back on its own. Come on. He's about as big as Link. Keep going. Him. Hello, Ibit. Come on. There we go. 15-inch. Alright. The big green fish should be back anytime now. There he is. You're the one I want to get. Ah, son of a bitch. That one got away. Nah, I got the heart piece. I'll get him later. Alright, now let's go give the Yoshi doll to that woman. And then put the Chow Chow plush somewhere else. Or the figure. Oh, will you give that Yoshi doll to my baby? Sure. Thank you. You are indeed a generous person. I give you this in return. And with that, we have initiated a very, very long side quest. But it's worth it in the end, so... Okay, now the Chow Chow plush would usually go... So this is Madame Meow Meow's house. And judging by how the Chow Chow figure looks, you could probably assume where that little bow goes. Makeup, jewels, dresses, I want it all. Oh, that ribbon. I need it. Will you trade me for my dog food? Lucky! Thanks, here's your dog food. You exchanged a ribbon for some dog food. It's full of juicy beef. I guess you could say that chain shop had some real beef with me. Okay, let's just go get the the next thing that we can currently get. So, the trading side quest, which is what it's aptly named, is a series of fetch quests, which essentially is just you giving random people things in exchange for other things. One of them is story related, so you kind of have to do it to an extent. For heaven's sake, man, give it to me, please! I'm gonna lose it if I can't. So, in the original game, he says, he's hysterical. Give him the canned food. Oh, thank you. I'll take that. Hot damn, he hit the can and all. That was great. I know it's not a fair trade, but here's some bananas. Fun fact, if you eat 40,000 bananas, you will die of radioactive poisoning. Because, yes, the radiation would kill you. Totally not because of, like, too much potassium or anything. So, we can't do anything with the bananas at the current time. There is one more place, though, that we did not visit. And that is the normal shop. I hear that when you're running out of hearts, you better go find a big fairy. Why? I got no idea. I'm just a kid. I heard that you can press minus to look at the island map. Not only that, you could stick pins on it with A and remember stuff with X. But I don't understand what any of that means. it's essentially just like, oh hey, there was a thing here, better market. So, for example, right here was where that heart piece was. I could mark it with a heart, and I could come back for it at a later time. However, I no longer need to do that. So, let's say right here. You can remember stuff like what the owl said. So that way, if you ever forget, and what Marin originally says, very helpful. Nice quality of life change. Alright, we're not going to go up here yet. We have to check out the OG shop.
Hey, welcome. See something you like? Just bring it here.
So we can get 3 hearts for 10 rupees, a new shield for 20 rupees, the deluxe shovel for 200 rupees, and a heart piece for 200 rupees. Now, remember earlier when I said some things are expensive? I'm about to do what's called a sneaky wiki. So, you pick up this item here, and you notice how he takes a while to turn around? If you're fast enough. Damn, I'm not good at this. Damn, he's really persistent today. I thought I almost had him. He does not want me to steal this today, doesn't he? Are you fucking kidding me? Let me steal it. What is that I spy with my little eye? Begone, bot! Also, hey, Waffle. Wait. Wait, hang on. Hang on. We have a moderator here? Hang on. Is there a mod in chat right now? No. Apparently not. They deleted the message right when I banned the user, so, thanks. I don't know, I thought I was the only one here. You're not... I don't think you are the only one here. I think Ibit's still here. Either that, or he just came to check things out. Yeah, no, we are playing Link's Awakening. And I'm attempting to steal a heart piece. And failing miserably. I haven't really seen you in a while. I think the last stream I saw you in chat for was a few months ago. Then again, you were busy, so it's understandable. You were doing your own thing. I know I see you in Bruise's chat a few times. Hey, stop, put that back. Oh, fine, I'll put it back. Jeez. So normally, if you steal from him, he'll kill you. That's what I was trying to show. But he doesn't want me to steal it. Yeah, it's been a while. Thankfully, I have a question that helps me judge how long it's been. What is your question? Because I probably have an answer depending on what it is. Have I told you that I'm making a game yet? You have not told me. I know you do game remixes, but I haven't heard anything about a game. Then again, I don't check the personal projects chat in Sean's server, so I couldn't have possibly known. I assume you talked about it there, though.
Hoot! Ooh! Brave lad, on your quest to wake the dreamer, welcome to the mysterious forest. Much of mystery you will find on this uncharted Koholint Island. I am afraid you must find it a trifle difficult to leave this island while the windfish naps. By the by, have you visited the Tail Cave, which is just south of the village? Go there with the key you find in this forest. The windfish is watching. Hoot.
I've had Sean's server muted for months, lol. I don't blame you. There's like a lot of people in there at this point to where having notifications on would be a nightmare for the ears. The only servers that I have notifications turned on for are the ones that I moderate for. Because, you know, it's important. You got a piece of power, you can feel the energy flowing through you. The piece of power and the acorn of defense, I believe, is the other one. Or no, guardian acorn. So piece of power and guardian acorn. In this game, the music was toned down to be less ear grating, as people did find that very annoying. So we got a random Tanuki here.
As a raccoon, my nose is very sensitive to stuff like dust and powder.
Alright. If you try to go this way.
Oh, you're gonna be lost, thanks to me.
But you did point me in the right direction. You've still got plenty of pep. Come see me when you feel like you can't go on. So, this would be a wonderful spot to mark with a triangle. Basically, anywhere that has a fairy fountain, I'm going to mark with a triangle. Parry this, you fucking casual. There's the Guardian Acorn. You will take reduced damage. We got some holes that we can't jump over. That is the chest we are supposed to get. Let's see here. We got a chest here. I believe you're just rupees. If I had to take a guess. Parry this, you fucking casual. Yeets the vending machine. Oh my god. I forgot all about the vending machine story. Well, there is a heart piece that we cannot yet get, so I'm going to mark you with a heart. I think there are ways that you can get it now, but I think it requires cheat methods. I love the little parry that you can do now. It's great. So we got an odd-looking mushroom. You pick the toadstool. As you hold it over your head, a mellow aroma flows into your nostrils. That's just a weird way of saying it smells funny. Speaking of smells funny, hey Rugen. Stinky cat. All right. Now I do believe I have to go up here now. There is another heart piece that I cannot get at the current moment. That is the wrong... I can only set 30 of these markers. Damn, it's kind of sad. So if we come down here... Did not mean to hit pause.
It's a sleepy toadstool, it does. We'll mix it up with something in a jiffy, we will. It's already, it is. Take here. It's not much use there. Why not try a little bit in my hut?
You got some magic powder. So we got our first official item. Well, besides the fairy bottle.
Good job. Use it on your enemies to see what happens.
If you run out the forest, go pick some toadstools and I'll make you some. And now that we have the magic powder, you can get more powder in the trendy game. I'm a changed blob. That's not all I had to say. Now that I have lips, I fantasize about playing one of those island songs on a flute. There are 3 hoots, local hits. All 3 of those blobby blobs are magic, literally. I like the little Zora over there who's just like, ah! Like, hang on. Look at this dude. This dude's over here like existential dread. Nice try, bitch. And yeah. So if you were to attack him before... But yeah, if you were to attack him before, he would shock you. But now he just, well, yeah. God, we're getting a lot of piece of powers today. Yes, Rugen? God, my phone's been going fucking nuts. He just bounces around the fucking place.
The last thing I can remember was biting into a big juicy toadstool. Then I had the darndest dream and I was a raccoon. Yeah, sounds strange, but it sure was fun. I'm all tuckered out. I think I'm gonna set a spell and head home. You got the tail key. Now you can open the tail cave gate.
Woot. Take the key and go to the tail cave. Retrieve the instrument that is hidden there. Go now. The windfish is waiting. Hoot.
Really quick, I'm going to check a few things. Make sure that some people in a server that I mod for are behaving. God damn it.
Oh, he's all tuckered out.
I have a ping? Who has pinged? Oh, that. Alright. That's cool, I guess. Ah! Alright. We just got the tail key. I'm going to go take a quick break. I'm going to go get some water. Maybe make a snack. I'll be right back. Also, this is your hourly reminder. Hydrate. Alright, I will be right back. That was an accident. But I'm back. Went to go let my cat inside. She didn't want to come inside. Then I went to go make me some waffles because that was the fastest thing that I could make. Ended up stepping in dog poop. So I had to clean off my slipper. But then I went to go get me some sody pop. And now we're good. Let me make sure my sound is still good here. Hey, it stayed synced for once. Let me check the capture card, make sure it's not overheating. Yikes, it's warm. We've been only going for like an hour, almost an hour and a half. I did say I wanted to try and go for a longer stream today. So I'm going to try for at least, I'm going to try to go 4 hours. Because I'm known for having really short streams. It's mostly just because I get tired and bored easily, but, I'm playing a game that I care about. Therefore, I'm bound to go. As much as I can. Alright, nothing on phone. Actually, let me check Twitter real fast, see if anything happened there while I was gone. Alright, let's see here. What happened on the good old Twitter? Something about sketches, respectful memes, funniest joke in Simpsons, a bear with giant slippers, something, pandemic stuff, giant IKEA bears, open for a surprise. Oh my god. It's just like a picture of a kitchen, but then you tap the image, and it's just a little tiny kitten at like the very bottom. I love it. I'm just gonna retweet that. So, if you happen to be following my Twitter, you will see it. Though I will warn you, I'm very cursed on Twitter. But again, when am I not? Okay. We've dropped 102 frames since I was gone. No big deal. It seems to be good now. I figured out that me dropping frames has nothing to do with my capture card quality. It is purely my internet. However, my internet does have something to do with it. If my internet was stronger, I probably wouldn't have many frame drops. It's not really just an internet thing. It's also a hardware thing. Where, so, my laptop's not the strongest. It never has been. My laptop is a little on the weak side. It's weaker than what normal rigs would be in this day and age. However, I do have a computer build currently in the works. And whenever it's ready, it won't be ready for a long time, I will attempt to do a more higher quality stream. Higher quality streams are not my end goal. The main reason I just want to build a better PC is just so I could have the luxury of having a good PC. It won't be top of the line. It won't be like 4K ray traced 1 million frames per second kind of good. It'll just be like something that'll meet my standards, and my standards are very low. Like, it's not one of those can it run Crysis or Cyberpunk kind of builds. It'll just be one of those builds where it's like, can it stream and handle multiple things at once? That is just my end goal. It'll mostly be for streaming and editing and all that good stuff. That'll be its main goal. However, my current laptop will not last forever. It is already on its last legs. Oh yeah, but here's Tail Cave. And here we have the Tail Cave. The dungeons in Link's Awakening are unique. they're short, but also kind of confusing. Even the easy dungeons are a little confusing. Like, if you haven't played this game in years, Tail Cave is confusing. Also, this looks like a pog. So yeah, the compass has a new feature where it did this in the original too, where if there's a key or a secret in the room, it will let out a little indication that will basically tell you. It's a really helpful feature, and I'm glad that they made it more audible. Where do you think you're going? Look at this little slithery boy. We can't do anything about that currently. However, I will mark that with a circle. And when I'm able to come back for it, I will. So I like to go in this area first. Because I just feel like it's more important to come this way. I'm doing things kind of out of order here. But yeah, we have a side-scrolling section here with some Goombas. If you stomp on the Goomba's head, you will always get a heart. But if you defeat it normally, like so, you will just get rupees or nothing at all. So I'm not even supposed to be over here yet. I mean, I can come over here. But I like coming over here first because we are now getting the most useful item in the game. You got the Rock's Feather. It feels like your body is a lot lighter. So now, if we equip this to the X button, we can jump. And just so you know, that will not be leaving that item slot. The Rock's Feather will stay, as it is stupid helpful. It's pretty much required for a multitude of puzzles. But now that we have it, we can now do a jump slash. It's just a normal slash, except it's vertical now instead of horizontal. Link's Awakening kind of operates on the Metroidvania type of rule, like most Zelda games do. Where basically it's just like, oh hey, there's a thing here. I can't get it yet. Oh, I now have this thing. I can go get it. Most Zelda games have operated on that rule. And, like, people keep telling me that, like, Zeldas aren't Metroidvanias. And I'm like, yep, not with that attitude. There is something I can do here if I get them all. Damn. I'm just gonna leave and come back. Oh, hey! They all drop rupees. So you come here. You get a stone beak. Turn aside the spine ones with a shield. So that's basically your hint system. Everybody gets one. There is a room right down here that I missed. It's a room that I always forget about. The dreaded beep beep. And now we have the dungeon map. We're now back over here. So yeah, one change the remake did that I really like is that every room is now just connected. Well, most of the rooms are connected. And with that, we now have the Nightmare Key. You can now open the door to the Nightmare's lair. Bosses in this game are called Nightmares. And they are normally pretty challenging. I wouldn't say they're the most challenging thing in the world, but they are pretty annoying. Especially the one in the late game. However, we have a mini-boss here. Well, this could end badly. Never mind. This will come in handy. So if you missed anything, this would be your chance to come get it. We got pretty much everything in this dungeon except what's in this room. We now know there's a chest in there, but I assure you, it is important. We will be back for it. And I will try to keep that promise. But if you want some little foreshadowing as to what the boss entails, yeah. Hey, look, it's Link's up tilt. Or his new up air. I wish Toy Link actually somehow made it to Smash. But, I don't see it happening anytime soon. But, let's fight the giant veggie burger.
Buzz, outsider.
This is Muldorm. Spin attacks usually do double damage. Yeah, so that happens if you let him knock you down. The fight restarts also. Son of a bitch. Yeah, 2 spin attacks and he's done. And we got a heart container. And with that, you got the full moon cello.
Swamp. A path opens in the blooms. Hoot! That is an instrument of the sirens. I have to admit, at first I did not believe you were real. That instrument, along with the 7 others in the set, has the power to wake the windfish. You must collect them all. I was instructed to give you directions. Your next goal is north, in Gopanga Swamp. Hoot, indeed.
So, now that we have the Rock's Feather, there are things that we can now do. For instance, we could jump over that, so no more hassle. What does the sign say?
Hey, buddy! It's serious! Yeah, real serious! Yeah, it is! The moblins came to the village! Yeah, that's right, a whole gang of moblins! Then, it's for real. They went all in the house. Yeah, that house! And then they did something at Bow Wow's house! It was really bad scene! It was moblins! So, I mean, It might be faster to find out yourself what happened!
So, yeah, they're hysterical.
But Bow Wow's gone. Aye! It's terrible! My Bow Wow was dog-napped by moblins! Oh, please, somebody help my poor Bow Wow!
As sad as I am, lady,
I got a trendy game to play.
because now that Tail Cave is done, we can get that thing in the very back. That being a Goomba. Oh, shit. Well, now he won't move. As much. Oh my god, he's just getting moved now. Oh my god. Are you fucking kidding me? Son of a bitch! I'm just gonna get the rupees. Because I'm gonna need them. Alright, time to get that Goomba. Gotcha. I kind of wish it made a little squeaky sound. You got a Goomba figure. Try to resist the urge to jump on it. 20 rupees. 50 rupees. And I'm gonna basically go back in here and grind for more rupees. So every chance I get, I'm gonna come in here for the rupees. Because I want to get that heart container, or not heart container, I want to get that piece of heart in the shop, but I also want to get the shovel. So we're just gonna be here grinding rupees for a bit. Motherfucker. Spin! And now we got 221. Oh, no, 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 I did not mean. Fuck. I could use more magic powder. No. I will not challenge again. The fucking horns. Yeah! Yes, I want to play the trendy game. I'm gonna gun for the purple first, then the red. I'm only gonna do this until I have like 400 rupees. So that way I can get the heart piece and the shovel, because the shovel is actually needed. We're back at 211. You know what? I'm just gonna cut the grass. That'll be faster. However, there actually is the one heart piece that I can get right now. Ow. Little bitch. There's the one there and there's the one there. Oh yeah, I do believe one of the trees down here also has something. Let's go fishing again because I like fishing. Come on. Gotcha. That's a big fish. It's heavy. You got a new lure now, too. First time you landed one this big. That gets you a piece of heart. So yeah, you get a piece of heart for getting the big fish, but you also get one regardless if you, What's really funny is that the one from the fishing hole was the last piece of heart that I got. Which is kind of funny. So we're going to change to the mid-weight lure. It basically just makes it sink faster. Want to keep going? Yeah. We're basically just gonna gun for the big fish now. 20 rupees. Want to keep going? Sure, let's get that last one. He's kind of small, but he'll manage. Ah. The big bitch. Come on, man. There we go. He's kind of small. It's so heavy that you wish you caught something lighter. The big fish just keep coming now. That was 20 rupees. Come on. Son of a bitch. Nah. The fucking horns, man. I love it. Get it. Yeah. Your wallet be bursting. I can't get over that fucking horn, man. It's spin. Play one more time. Yes, I will. And there we go. 400. So now if he wanted... Let's go get that big shovel. We now got the shovel. Now we got a piece of heart. Now if we come back inside, there's a bow and arrow for 980. This is the most expensive item in the game. It is really helpful. It's almost impossible to not have it early on in the game. Which is why I'm going to try and steal it again. Fine, I'll put it back. Once again, I'll be able to steal it one day. Terran's taking a nap at home. I don't know, he can sleep pretty much all the day. Thanks for saying, yeah. Sorry to leave. But yeah, now that we got the shovel, if you go in the Chow Chow's house, and dig right here, you get a secret seashell. Now let's go back into the mysterious forest. Yeah, we'll have to come back through here a few times. Now we got that heart piece. Oh yeah, so you can charge your sword and jump at the same time. It's pretty neat. So we're gonna remove that. And come up near Tall Heights. And we're gonna come over here. Ah, what you doing here so early? Can't you come in yet? I'm still setting up. Oh, you can't come in yet. So yeah, Dompe's here for some reason.
Let's go in here, shall we?
Huh? What's this suspicious looking runt? Okay, boys, let's get rid of him. I have the power. Feel my red hot fury. You must be an assassin sent by Madame Meow Meow to rescue the mutt. You came here to get rid of me, but it is I who will get rid of you. Ow. So yeah, you gotta have him run into a wall. Ow. And quick killed. Well, actually, I kind of need you now. You saved Bow Wow. What a fearsome beast. So now he'll follow us.
Hoot! What a fearsome-looking animal you have there. Do not forget, the next instrument is in Gopanga Swamp.
I can't say Gopanga. But I can say Al Kapor. So this area right here, we're gonna have to remember it for later. Oh, and there seems to be a little castle over here. Yeah, Bow Wow will automatically attack any enemy. Yeah, we got some zombies here. The only Zelda game that has them. Okay, not the only one, but you get what I mean. Skyward Sword also had zombies, but they were like zombie bokoblins. Oh yeah, he'll also tell you to dig. So it's good to keep Bow Wow with you. There are some things you can't do with him around, though. There is this, okay. We can't get you yet, so... we'll mark you with that, so we can come back later. And if we dig right here, another secret seashell. And if we come up here, there's a heart piece we can mark. Music. The fish stirs in the egg. You are there. Good ass music right there. So this is Gopanga Swamp. The water looks beautiful here. ₹50, very nice. But yeah, we don't need a key for this dungeon. Welcome to the Bottle Grotto. Got another key here. I'm just collecting small keys at this point. One's gonna fall there. I hate this enemy so much. Now we can't do much in the upcoming area, I don't think. But it's good to check anyway. Oh shit. Oh fuck. Fucking yeeted me. Oh god. Stop yeeting me. Stop yeeting me. Stop yeeting me, please! This will be the enemy to kill me. Never mind. I will gladly take you. I'm in danger. You can destroy that, by the way. It is possible. I've been able to do it in the original. I don't know if you can destroy it in the remake. But yeah, we got booze. But now, no longer is it an equipable item. Because once we have this, it stays on our person. You can now pick up pots and throw them. There is one pot that will give you a certain power. Or not power, but a item. There's a key. I don't know if I'm doing any of this in the right order or not. Alright, I need to get that fairy for later. Yeah, fairies in the bottle will not heal you upon death. We need to come up here with this. You got a face. So, we found the nightmare room. I love that jar breaking sound effect. It's great. So there is a specific room, this one, to be precise, where I believe I have to kill you first. Said, motherfucker. Welcome back. Anyway, yeah, I'm making a game now and assembling a squad of people to help out along the way. You're welcome to join if you want to. That depends. on what there is to do. Like, I can't guarantee you I'll say yes. That was the wrong order. I believe it was the case. Then you. And then the Pole's voice. No. That's not it either. There's like so many things going on at once here. There we go. It was the Pole's voice, the keys, and whatever that thing I just killed was. And we got the nightmare key. So we can go fight the nightmare now if we wanted to. However, we didn't explore every single room. Currently available positions include VA, writer, and artist. I'll think about it and I'll let you know when I decide. But yeah, now we have piranha plants. Now I need to go back. Gonna go back to lurking, got things to be working on, see you later. Alright. Purple rupee, very nice. I believe one of these gives me bombs. No, wait. I think I have to buy the bombs at the shop. Alright, well, let's go in here now. Oh, fuck. There's the stone beak. Hang on a minute. Did I finally get it? There was a specific gnat that's just been bothering me. Ow. Double ow. It's in that next room over. Yeah? It's locked. You need a small key to open it. Did I not? Oh, I never did get the small key from the Shy Guys. Let me go do that. You were the last small key that I needed to get. Part of the floor is raised. Tap the shiny crystal. Yeah, that's what that one says. And I believe down here... I believe you are rupees. No, you're the compass. Huh, I missed... Well, I think I have every chest in here now. Yeah, I have every chest in here now. I don't need it. That's pretty funny. What do you say? First, defeat the imprisoned Pearl's voice. Last, the Sheik. Oh. So that was the order. Right. That was the hint that told me to do that. Ah, you can destroy it. I mean, you still can destroy it. Yeah. I said it right the first time. The boss is down this way. This poor dude's just getting cornered. So, the next boss that we're about to fight is kind of an asshole.
Hoo-hoo-hoo! I'm your bad guy this time. Ugh, I can't move, but I'm still all right. Your little sword won't break this bottle. Even the walls around here look tougher than that dingy thing. Nah, you can't hurt me as long as I have my bottle. Wah! You broke my bottle! Why, you'll make me hopping mad!
And there.
Gotcha, bitch.
You got a heart container. You got the conch horn.
All hail the magic conch! Woo!
Prairie. Prairie. The prairie is waiting.
I don't gotta wait for Bow Wow. I can just get out of here on my own now. So, there's a rock over here.
It's looking mighty sus.
Ooh, there's some strange energy coming from here. You should take a closer look. Something added to the original is, there were 3 warp points. Now there are more than 3. Dompe doesn't appear to be here. Oh, he's right here. Hey, you made it out here. That speaks well of you. Maybe you can help me out with a little job. I'm Dompe, and my job around this island is to dig up interesting stuff. When you have time to spare, come see me in my shack over there. So, now that the second dungeon is complete, if we come down to the graveyard... Now, I don't remember the order here. I believe the order is... You... 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 And you... You must have both remarkable power and courage enough to challenge this trial alone. This way will not open for cowards. So yeah, we can't do this with Bow Wow here. So we have to return Bow Wow. However, there is one thing that we can now do. So in this little hut over here... Hi there, big guy. I'm Crazy Tracy. I got a little secret for sale that'll pump you up. How about it? 42 rupees for my little secret. Alright, come here and I'll rub it on you. There, I've applied my own secret medicine. It will take effect when you lose all hearts. Drop by again, big guy. Here's some bonus treatment. Behold, your hearts are full. The secret medicine acts as your fairy in a bottle. Make sure you still have a fairy in a bottle on hand, so that way you can avoid actually having to take advantage of it. If you can go the whole game without dying, the ending actually changes. And it's pretty great. However, there are some things that we can now do. This I don't think is one of them. Never mind, we can do it. with some trickery. So normally you need bombs to blow up that little rock there to make the jump easier. But I'm an idiot, so I'm dumb enough to do these kind of things. So yeah, with Bow Wow here, we can't really do anything with that. And Dompe's over here now. Good seeing you. Got your other stuff squared away for right now. In that case, let's step into my shack. So if we come here, some strange energy is pouring from here. You should find out what it does. This was an original warp point in the original game. This is a new warp point here. Anytime you want to go to Dompe's shack, you have to come to this warp point here to go to this warp point. Well, okay, you don't have to. You can go here from any warp point, really. And you can come into Dompe's shack. Hey there. Hey, there you are. I want to show you a little something interesting. You've gone poking into some ruins on this island, I can tell. I can make little chambers based on those dungeons. But some chambers into the slab back there and it turns into a real dungeon. How's that work, you ask? Who knows? But I want your help testing the limits of this thing. I want to hear about the dungeons you've seen. It inspires me to make a new chambers for you. With a few chambers, you can make basic dungeons. With a bunch, you can make complicated dungeons. See if you can use what you got to finish the challenges I gave you. Though, you're not done once you finish arranging a dungeon. You've got to adventure through it too. I'm no designer though. And I'm no adventurer neither. That's all up to you. I'll make the risk worth it. Impress me, and there's a treasure in it for you. You look like you've been through a lot. Sit down and tell me about it. You've got some new chambers. Slot them into the dungeon and see what's inside. What are you here for? With the Link's Awakening amiibo. What did you have in mind? Receive a dungeon. I do believe I have a dungeon stored on my amiibo. Are you really? Well, let's arrange a dungeon. Arranging Dungeon 101. I started this one already. Can you finish it? Make a path to the entrance to the Nightmare Lair. There's gotta be a stop along the way for the treasure chest. If a chamber's got an exit, you gotta connect it to another exit. Nobody wants an exit that goes nowhere. Take the chambers from the menu on the right with A and slap them onto the tiles with the set with A. So, yeah. So let's take this one. The Nightmare's keys got to be in the last chest you open. Any extra chests around in the dungeon will have rupees in them. So now we have to make sure. Let's see here. that's not right. I think I might have fucked up here. That won't work. Now let's see if I could do it here. Let's go adventuring. The goal of the adventure is this dungeon is to get to the end and beat the nightmare. Try not to run out of hearts before you get there. So, this is basically a precursor to a Zelda Dungeon Maker. This was a new addition added in this game. And I really hope people did like this feature because like while I didn't mess with it all that often, it was pretty cool to mess with it. Got rupees. Just more rupees. It just appears over there. We're gonna go up now. We got this room from the Bottle Grotto. Then in this room, it should be the Nightmare Key. Yep. So now we go back the way we came. Ah, but there's a boss. I did the same thing again! And now I just gotta fight Moldorm. This is basically a way that you can fight any of your favorite bosses again if you want. Not that I'd recommend that, because a few of these bosses are annoying. What a show. There were times I swear you had had one foot in the grave. A thrill like that deserves something from my collection in exchange. You got a chamber. The rupees you find around the dungeon are a little bonus from me. You can keep them once the adventure is over. Watching you down there gave me an idea for a new challenge. It's ready whenever you want it. What are you here for? What do you have in mind? When you use the Link's Awakening amiibo for a special chamber, you got the Great Fairy's Chamber. You got the plus Shadow Link effect. Cast a terrifying shadow over your dungeon. What are you here for? Actually, let's adventure. Actually, you have to place the effect. Alright. Let's put you here. Let's go adventuring. So yeah, there's also a little speedrun feature. It's pretty fun, I guess. You got 1 rupee. So the Shadow Link effect, how it works is once you encounter it, you basically just have to fight or run away. It's your choice. But when you defeat him, you get a shit ton of rupees. Oh. This room different now? I don't remember adding this room here. It might just be random. Joy. Wait, does it show Shadow Link on here? No, it does not. God damn it. So there's a nightmare key. I could have been a jerk and just put Shadow Link in here, but and here he is. Yeah, there's a gnat flying around. So yeah, we got like what, 200 rupees off of him? It was pretty neat. He almost hit me. Yeah, no. Doing these dungeons and defeating Shadow Link is a great way for you to gain rupees. However, we need to take Bow Wow back to Bada Meow Meow. There is a shortcut, I believe, this way. Oh, right. I gotta dig. Secret seashell. So there's a grave right here that I believe if you powder it, nothing happens. Huh. I thought something happened when you put powder on it. We have to go back through here. Because since we're going back through the mysterious wood anyway, we might as well get that thing that we can now get. There's a few things in here we can now get, actually. For instance, we can walk through here now. We can't, however, get what's over there. I believe this is too much of a distance. No, it's not. So there's just a purple rupee here. But yeah, no matter what you do, can't get it. So we're gonna put a heart stone here. And we're gonna come back for it at a later time. Because there are two things that you will need. And one of them we do not have. Rock's Feather is one of them. We don't need the mushroom. However, we can now come in here and get that piece of heart. We now have 7 heart containers already. But now that we got it, I don't think we need that heart gem anymore. Or wait, does it disappear like automatically? Or did I did I put it in the wrong spot? Now there's a specific treasure chest over here somewhere that I completely forgot about. You know what? I'll talk to you. It's just 1 heart, or half a heart. It's no big deal. Oh. Dig where? Here? What do you do with it? Oh, I forgot we could do this now.
Hey, kid! You woke me up from a fine nap! Thanks a lot. But now I'll get my revenge. Are you ready? I'll let you carry more magic powder. Are you ready? You deserve it! Now look at all that junk you've gotta carry! Ha! Take care! See you again!
So yeah, Little Devil's pretty cool. Link can just casually break skulls. Yeah, Little Devil's pretty cool. Alright, I believe the thing that I was trying to get is down... I swear it's over here. Is it not? Was it never here? There was a treasure chest that used to be over in this part, right? Yeah, here it is. Yeah, I never marked it. God, thanks for the save, Bow Wow. So how many of those do we have? We have 8 now. I believe if we take Bow Wow around more, he'll tell you where to dig. So I'm going to come down here and see if there's anywhere I should dig. He won't tell you where everywhere is to dig. At least I don't think so. Hello, rupees. Oh, I see another warp point right there. But we have a little tiny house here. Which plays a nice little remix of Mabe Village's theme. But if you break this pot over here, you get a secret seashell. Got a nice little bed. The door to the cabinet is hanging off its hinges. Nobody's used this thing in a while. Oh, this is a little nice area. Aha! God, that little devil voice kind of did me in right there. I do believe we're approaching the point where we can use the bananas that we got from the alligator. Yeah, this was a lot better to do than just a drawing stream, because I was planning on doing a drawing stream today. But I decided not to. Now, if you go back inside Marin and Taryn's house. Oh, hey, bananas. I was hungry for something fierce, so I went and got bananas at the beach. Linky, you want some? You should go get some. So this is your hint to go get bananas. Stand for a Goomba. Place the Goomba figure. Now let's go back to the trendy game and see what we can get there now. So yeah, now that we've been to Dompe's, you can now get chamber pieces. I would recommend them if you want to actually 100% the game. You do have to do them to get all the heart pieces and items, I guess. I don't remember how much you have to do. But it's kind of annoying, so I'm probably just going to do those off stream or so. God damn. Challenge again? Yes. Yes, I will. Challenge again? Nope. I'm good. You got a spiny figure. I don't think you can have more than one figure on you at a time. Bala, you're blocking the way. Nope. Alright, that was Mark's last message. Alright. So, what else can I do now? How many rupees do I have? 500 and... I almost have enough to get the bow. If I really wanted it, I could get it. But I don't think I will. Instead, let's open this way up here. I like how the skull just disappears like, fuck you, Chet, or fuck you, skull, I got a piece of heart. Alright, let's go back in for that chest. Ah! Yeah, and your rupees. The rock's just like, 30 seconds from now, you will meet your demise. Dumpe Shack. See the strangest dungeon of all. That just opens the way up to that. I do believe there is something down here that I can get now. Also, this is something we didn't check out yet. Bring, bring. Hello, it's your dad. Ask me anything about the island. If you get lost, give me a call. Say, you should take Bow Wow home now. Madam Yum Yum would appreciate it. Bye. So this is something we can't do yet. This is the... We almost have the entire island filled out. Which is kind of funny to me. Also, I like to think that they took the original sprites from the game and just, like, put them all together to make the map instead of just redrawing all of it. Hey, fuck you, phantom enemy. I do believe down here. So this is the next dungeon right here. We can't do anything yet. But it's here. Yeah, no, we're gonna go take Bow Wow home. And, I do believe we will end stream there. Actually, wait, there is one thing we can get now. Bombs. bombs was the thing that I wanted to get. Now we have full bombs. Or, well, actually the max amount of bombs is 30. But yeah, no. It's pretty much it. It's pretty much all that I want to do on stream, really. So let's take Bow Wow back inside. I really appreciate what you did for my poor precious Bow Wow. You are such a nice boy. How could I ever repay you? I know. You got a reward from Madame Meow Meow. Lucky. Aw. Small child. That's for Bow Wow. So now Bow Wow is safe and sound out here. But yeah, that's pretty much it. We are going to save right here. But yeah, that's pretty much it. We're going to go ahead and end stream. So, as a reminder, there might not be many streams for a good while, as my schedule has been kind of sporadic. I've been very tired as of late. That's why there hasn't been many streams. Haven't done much art because my wrists have been acting up, and I might be developing carpal tunnel. I don't know. So I don't want to stress that. I'm not going to raid anybody today. However, I will tell you to 1 second. Well, I'm ending just in time. Proton John just went live. If you want to watch him, he's currently doing, I think, a sponsored stream. I actually don't know what he's doing, because I haven't been watching him in a while. Color Bruise is live if you want to go watch her. She makes really great art. Normally, we raid her because she's streaming around the time that I usually end. But, yeah, no, that's pretty much it. Somebody... Oh, well, AKL's also live, I think. Yeah, he is. So, Color or AKL, check either of them out, they're great. Waffle and Ibit, thank you for coming into the stream and chilling for a bit. Ibit, I don't know if you're still here, but if you are, thank you for coming out. I haven't talked to you in a while. And Waffle, I know it's been a while since I saw you, but I see you pretty much everywhere else. But thank you for coming out. Follow my Twitter if you want to know the next time I go live, because that is where I'm the most active. I recently actually I actually was thinking of rebranding my Twitter as well as my my account. I don't know if I'll actually do it. I did change my Twitter bio. That way you'll know that it's actually me, and I have a link to my Twitch because that is where my main source of content comes from. The VOD will be uploaded as soon as I possibly can. So if you're watching the VOD now, just you'll know that it's up. Link's Awakening will be replacing Wind Waker. As I keep forgetting the last time I played Wind Waker, and I don't remember what part I was on. I'm pretty sure if we were to stream it like right now or tomorrow or some other time, it would be part 4. What I'll do is So, the LP lasted to a certain point. It was before you get the bombs, I believe. The VODs will be uploaded from that point onward, I want to say. That way you'll have part of the LP, and then you'll have pretty much just all of the, you'll just have the streams, like the continuation. It'll be a few years difference, obviously. But that's the only way I can think of to do it. Or if you don't want to miss any Wind Waker, come to the Wind Waker streams. Those VODs will not be uploaded. Unfortunately, the same applies to Metroid Prime. I was not fast enough to upload the first part. I'm able to upload the second part because it's still available for some reason, when it shouldn't be. I should just make it to where they don't disappear. I should just highlight them on the channel. But, yeah. No raid. I will see you guys later. I apparently also have a friend request. Oh no, someone accepted my friend request. That was Ral, okay. I need to... We need to talk more. I haven't really talked to him that much. Like, that's bullshit. I talked to him yesterday. But yeah, no. Thank you all for coming out. I will probably stream tomorrow or the day after. I pretty much have all the time in the world. I could, whenever I feel like streaming, I'll stream. Just keep an eye on Twitter. Follow Instagram if you want to. I upload art sometimes. YouTube is where you'll catch the VODs. I've been Mega Gamer Alexiel. I will see you guys next time. Take care.